Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at the fastest team in the Go Battle League again. Today we're going to have a bit of a different one. We already took a look at similar teams before. Basically, for the fastest team, we're going to take a look at the Pokemon that get to the charge moves the fastest. And today we have the best one so far for the series. For sure, this team. I would really recommend you to try this team out. I went crazy positive with this team. I had so much fun with this team as well. I actually went, I think, 11-3 with this team, which is ridiculous, like literally for this team here, especially where it's like a theme team. And we're going to have Greninja, which is the fastest Pokemon in Pokemon Go right now in terms of getting to charge moves, because you have Night Slash, which is actually taking longer. For the first one, it's taking 9 turns, but for the second one, you only take 6 turns to get to the charge move, which makes it combined the fastest Pokemon in the game right now with 7.5 turns basically to get to a charge move, a bit less than 4 seconds, which is ridiculous. We're going to have our Drapion here next. We're just going to have Awkward Tail, gets there after 4 fast moves, aka 4 seconds. And then we're going to have our Ariados in the back, which is going to get us to the Cross Poison after just 4 fast moves. And that is going to be the team here. And oh my god, this team was ridiculous. This team was so strong. And there are going to be battles here today that you don't want to miss. Let me tell you, the battles that I had today were ridiculous. Oh, was so much fun. And so, let's dive right into the Greninja show, because this Pokemon, the amount of boosts we're gonna see here today, the amount of sweeps we're gonna see here today, it was a wild. We're going to have, of course, also here a very unique moveset on the Ariados, which I want to try out, with, of course, Cross Poison, which we are forced to do because of the current video theme that we have, but also look at the attack boost here. But also we're going to run the other move of Mega Horn to do just a ton of damage as a charge move later on, which people don't really expect, which came in clutch quite often. But anyway, we're going to see our one boost, we're going to see the shield, and we're going to see another boost. So plus for Greninja, highest attack possible, fastest Pokemon to charge moves. Goodbye opponent, see you later. The opponent did not even see our backline. Like, they didn't see a single Pokemon of that. Like, what the hell? Of course, there's going to be that one elephant in the room that might be a bit tricky. One of the, actually 2 of them. The first one is lag, which we see here all the time, which is really difficult for me to have fast move timing, because, sorry, like, if the frames are dropping, I cannot really see what is happening in the game. But otherwise, Dunsparce. Dunsparce is a bit of a trickier one against all those poison type Pokemon, especially against our team, as we're going to have a weakness to rock in the Ariados, and we're going to have a weakness to ground in the Drapion. What this means for the team is not really a lot, really, because like this Pokemon still is going to be okay for us to deal with. We're still going to have a solid time here with our Drapion, and as you're going to see, we are going to be able to catch that Drill Run onto our Greninja, bait out the opponent's Jump Bluff, get still to a Night Slash, still get some moves onto them as well. And we have Cross Poison. Cross Poison is going to be cheaper, better, faster than any of the other moves that the Ariados learns. And also, Cross Poison, if you didn't know, is a Night Slash clone, so it has the potential to boost. And Night Slash boosted, I think, at least like 6 or 7 times for me today. You don't see every battle of this team here, just because I did too many battles with like 14 battles total, but also the battles were still insanely fast. Here we're going to have the Ariados left against the opponent's Diggersby. If I had the other move of Trailblaze here, I would have won this battle very likely, as I would have been able to go for back-to-back Trailblaze, doing super effective damage. Still, Mega Horn is doing a lot, but after that attack nerf, there is no way of me winning the battle. I think otherwise I actually had a decent chance of winning this one. But yeah, horribly digging. We're gonna see a swap out into the Drapion for me and for the Dugong for the opponent. That doesn't make sense in terms of how to articulate sentences, but it's going to be fine, because we are going to have a very fast boy here. This is the stuff I love about Drapion. This is why this Pokemon is most likely currently the best save swap in the game. You have the option to debuff opponents with Crunch. You have the option to outspeed the opponents with the fast move that they have. It is ridiculous. Look at this. We're going to be able to go for another Crunch in time before the opponent can do anything. And what are they going to do? They're going to use a shield here just to get a defense drop onto themselves. We have a debuffed Poison Sting, which maybe in hindsight maybe was a bit too strong now. But they're gonna go for the attack drop. I don't really care too much. I can go for another Crunch. I can align myself. And we know already there's that Whimsicott lurking in the back. Great for them. They can farm me down, have fun for that. But we have that Poison type still lurking in the back here. And we have also Cross Poison to one-shot the opponent. And so, I'm not too worried. I'm also not too worried about whatever they have in the back here, because we have a ton of energy on this thing. We have Mega Horn, we have Cross Poison, we have a Greninja. And Greninja is going to enjoy the Clodsire matchup. We see a bit more lag there as well, sadly. But also, Greninja is going to be just bulky enough to still take even an Earthquake from that big thing here, so we are not really too worried about it as well. It is going to be that Earthquake coming through, not doing enough damage after the nerf of Earthquake like 5 seasons ago, which in hindsight I feel like is definitely a good nerf because Cloud Slayer would be too strong otherwise. But as you're gonna see, this game is over. Cross Poison gonna do the job here. Cross Poison actually came in clutch quite often, so cool move to go for this one for sure. Oh no, we're going to lose the lead here. What are we gonna do? We will find out very shortly what we're gonna do here. We're gonna be able to go ahead and go for that Awkward Tail. Get some shields, get some energy, get a shield up, because Swift is coming. Swift would not knock us out, I think, from this range, just barely not, but it doesn't really matter because I kind of need to keep alignment, or I'm going to be able to align my Greninja now against the opponent's Mandibuzz. That would also be an option, but we can also get some juicy energy here before we're gonna swap out into our Greninja to kind of take advantage of the fact that they have Snarl, of the fact that they have next to no charge move pressure against Greninja, as Aerial Ace is Aerial Ace, and Aerial Ace is not very good strong move there. We have 2 Hydro Cannons stored, we are going to have a CMP here as well. Spoiler alert, Hydro Cannon not going to be enough to knock them out, but Hydro Cannon is going to be quite decent to get them low. And that's all I really want here as the opponent swaps out into the Wigglytuff. They made a crucial mistake here. What mistake did they make? They decided to give me options to go into the Ariados, get off a Cross Poison, knock them out, have a shield advantage, have energy advantage, have basically 2 shields in the back. I think I have Crunch even stored on the Drapion still, but they have Ariados. And oh no, they don't know, Mega Horn is coming their way, being super effective, being a stab, being a big boom there against the opponent. It's just delicious here. This team is just very delicious. Honestly, it was so much fun to play this team. We want to see the shield coming up here from us, just in case it's a future sight. Nearly a future sight to be fair there, but we have some more lag, which is not going to allow us to have normal fast move timing. But Cross Poison still gonna do the job. In as I said before, Cross Poison was actually really solid, even though I never got the boost from it. Yeah, okay, that lead matchup is okay. Is it great? Definitely not. We're gonna get the shield, which is okay, that's fine, I take it. But we have to be a bit careful here about this matchup, because the opponent has the option to kind of steamroll me with that Ariados, as it access to the move Lunge, allowing them to debuff our moves. But also, at this point, Switch Clock is quite unaligned, which is great usually, but we have a Gastron against us, and I am quite not actually that weak against this Pokemon, but still have to be a bit mindful. We got the defense drop, which is lovely. We also decided to use a shield here, and honestly, I forgot on how much energy they actually had on the Ariados, and that is definitely going to be a mistake by me. If I used a no shield here basically against the opponent, I definitely would have been in a spot where I had a decent chance of still winning the battle. And again, it kind of maybe comes down mainly to me not playing it perfectly here, like the other loss that we had already before, that the opponent is going to be able to put themselves into a position where they are going to be able to just basically mostly win with their Ariados, allowing them to drop our attack with the Lunge. My only hope was to get a double attack buff here from that Cross Poison. Lunge coming through, gonna get us low, and they're going to have the Meloma on the back. If I played it differently, I'm fairly certain I would have had a chance of winning the battle. Letting a Body Slam go through would have been one of the plays I needed to do here basically in order to have a chance. But that's what it is, we can move on to the next opponent. This was a silly game. I was just too scared. Like, I was just way too scared for no reason at all. I should have just stayed in there. Like, their opponent has Potters now. Like, I even stayed in, made the right call to see if they're going to have Charm or not. And they don't have Charm and they still swap out, which does not make any sense at all. But also, we are at least going to be able to get out that Quack, that big Quagsire, taking a shield here from them as well. In the meantime, I can go ahead, go into our Micro Ninja. They are very likely gonna decide to go ahead and go for the Stone Edge, but they decide to go for the bait. That is fine. I am going to be able to go for the Night Slash, and this is going to be just a lovely matchup for us, because we get another boost. And like, yeah, the boosts are insane here. Don't get me wrong, I do see that as well. But as we're gonna see here as well, the opponent is going to be able to go for resisted damage. A lot of times if they have Potters now, currently I think they're running Psyshock all the time, because Psyshock is a bit more needed in the current meta, allowing you to hit more of the poison type Pokemon, like even an Ariados for example, for super effective damage. So that's mainly I think why the opponent would do something like this. But anyway, we are going to see here the Greninja going for a Hydro Cannon with a 1 HP in a Dream and winning us this battle. Oh wow, a Feraligatr. What are we gonna do here? We're going to have a lot of chances to boost here, and that is exactly what we're going to have here, and that's going to be lovely. And I will enjoy this as you get the boost. Yeah, I actually didn't know that you get the boost, but it is not too far off from Greninja to boost. It was madness how often I boost. I definitely was way over odds in terms of the boost that I got. Don't get me wrong, like I am not expecting you to have the same amount of luck that I have with this Pokemon, because holy hell, maybe we can even get another boost. Who knows? Like, could be the case, right? But that would be ridiculous, I would say. Oh, we don't get a boost yet. Let's find out. We're going to be able to go ahead and go for another night session. And oh, look at this, I'll +4 again. I have to swap out though. Like, there was no reason for me to stay in. I would just get knocked out. And I feel like it is definitely beneficial for me if I keep my Greninja around for later on, because Greninja has so much potential in the current meta. Like, Greninja, if you didn't see my videos in the early beginning of the season, where I showcased basically the top meta Pokemon that are kind of better this season, Greninja was one of them. And I stand by that. Greninja is ridiculously strong right now. Like, Greninja for this team was by far the best Pokemon to run. Like, by far the best Pokemon I played for this team here. So, if you have not built your Greninja, do it right now. It is worth it. Don't get me wrong. It is definitely worth it to get this Pokemon. And yeah, this is going to be it for this battle, most likely, as well as the Hydro Cannon is going to land. The opponent has only a Drapion left, and like, what are they technically gonna do here? Most likely nothing. And so yeah, it's going to be a good game. And we can move on to the next opponent. Oh wow, let's see what they're going to have. We're going to have here, Dragonite. Dragonite is a bit more of a trickier one, I have to say. Dragonite can be a bit of a tricky one, but maybe we're still going to be fine. We will find out very shortly, as the opponent is gonna go ahead. And yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a difficult matchup. We're going to be able to go for a crunch against the opponent's Dunsparce, which doesn't make it better. As said before, Dunsparce is a bit of a tricky one. Yeah? Dunsparce can be a bit of a spicy one, but it does not really matter here because we can still go for that big shield. Let's see if this is going to work out for us. Drillrun is going to come through here. We're going to try to go for an Awkward Tail, and this is going to look quite decent, I would say, as we will have a shield coming up again. And the opponent is gonna go down now as well, as he can go for another Awkward Tail. This is going to be great. And in the back is going to be the Dragonite again. I try to go for another charge move. I am only going to be able to reach that Awkward Tail though, which is still better than nothing, I have to say. So like, I'm not too sad about it. But yeah, again, like, it could have been a bit better. We can go for the Cross Poison though, which is gonna do some nice neutral damage here, but not before they can go for the Dragon Claw. And now it's kind of a bit of an awkward scenario for us. But yeah, Cross Poison is coming through, going to be able to knock them out, and in the back is going to be the Alolan Sandslash. So, here a bit of math. I think Hydro Cannon is 80 damage for 40 energy, which is very strong. Maybe actually 75, I don't know. But yeah, we have Night Slash, which I think is 50 damage for 35 energy. So, what is better? 2 Night Slashes or 1 Hydro Cannon? It is 2 Night Slashes, especially if we're gonna get a boost, which doesn't matter in this case, but it's just hilarious. Like, honestly, Greninja is just ridiculous, and we can move on to the next opponent. Again, Feraligatr, we just stay in, we're just gonna take our time, we have a great time here to be fair, and we can go for more Night Slashes. So, let's see what this is going to do here. We're gonna see the Night Slash coming through, we're gonna be able to get them hopefully quite low with that soon. We're gonna have the Hydro Cannon coming through, we're gonna see if we're gonna be able to maybe even get the boost here again. Boosts are always great, of course. I always take the boost if we have a Greninja here. So we will see the opponent gonna go ahead and go for a Hydro Cannon, gonna get us quite low, but not low enough for us to lose this matchup. We're still gonna be able to knock them out here. And now it depends on what they have in the back. It's going to be that Diggersby, and we kind of misplayed it here a bit, I would say, because now we're going to be in a position where Diggersby can be quite difficult for us to take down. We have Awkward Tail, which is still great, but we're kind of forced to use a shield here, and hopefully they don't get the debuff of Scorching Sand. They do get the debuff straight away, and that makes it a very awkward for us. It's still not over though. I still believe that we have a chance of winning this battle. While this is going to be difficult, we're still going to have the chance here. As you're going to see the Awkward Tail coming through from the opponent, it does quite a lot. We can go for our own one. What we have to do is we have to catch the next move. But they're forced to go for the Awkward Tail as soon as basically they get them. And so we can take advantage of this, catch the move onto the Greninja. And this is going to be good for us, as now we can go into our Ariados, get some extra energy, and we have that Cross Poison, but we also have that Mega Horn, and they will never use a shield here first because they know they'll survive a Trailblaze, which is of course the standard moveset basically here, and we can just go ahead, go for that big Mega Horn, farmed up a ton of energy. Hopefully it's enough. It is not, and so we're forced to go for another charge move here. It is gonna be able to get the shield from them though, and they can get the knockout here. And so now it's down to the Drapion. Can we still get the full farm down here? Basically with the energy that we have, or the health that we have, we cannot. But they swap out, and this is going to be perfect because we have 2 Awkward Tails stored now. Going to be a very good game, as we are going to be able to get the KO here with another Awkward Tail. Last battle for today, we're going to have the Greninja against the Wigglytuff. That is going to be a horrible matchup for us, but we can swap out just to get hard-walled again. But the opponent made the crucial mistake here by staying in for a bit too long with their Wigglytuff, which will give us the opportunity now to go for a shield and another crunch afterwards, hoping for basically getting a shield from the opponent as well. It is a bit of a risky play, but because the pacing is now different for the mud shot, we have actually a decent shot at getting the opponent shields, and I even get a CMP-type crunch here, which is going to make just quite a bit of a change, to be fair, because we get the final shield from the opponent. And now we have an Ariados that has super effective damage against the Wigglytuff, that has a nuke move, and we have a Greninja that is going to enjoy this one as well. And now we're going to have the best opportunity for Ariados to sweep the entire team from the opponent. We have an Azumarill, great target for us. We have a Wigglytuff, great target for us. And then we have the Whiscash, which just needs 1 Mega Horn. There's just one ginormous issue. And this is the one that taps the phone right now. It is me. I completely forgot the health of the Whiscash. And so, yeah, we might be in a position now where it looks quite decent for us. But it is actually a bit of a tough one if you forget that Whiscash does actually not want to get hit by the Mega Horn, but actually kind of likes the other move that we have here. And so, yeah, we kind of have to rely on my good old friend Greninja, which is something I like to rely on because this Pokemon is absolutely awesome. And we're going to be able to go for 1 Hydro Cannon, and we can still go for another one to knock them out, get the Whiscash low enough for 1 Cross Poison to seal the deal. And this was the fastest team in Pokemon Go, and this is a team I would really recommend you to try. And again, also to show here, again at the end real quick, that I am not talking any crap or whatever, and it's just I cut all together the best belt I ever had. Here is the uncut variant of me getting a 5-0 with this team. And one more thing before the end, there's also a video I just recorded with my girlfriend on her channel about Shadow Excadrill. Please feel free to check that one out. It's going to be on the screen right now. Check it out, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.